Hey y'all, we are back with another Dense update. This episode is brought to you by CA Peptides. Here we go. What a weekend at Mayhem Classic. I'm going to take you through the entire weekend, give you some of my highlights. So let's start from the beginning. I got in late afternoon on Friday. Everybody there, so very welcoming. Anything that we needed. Just incredible hospitality. I can't say enough good things about everybody that I met on the Mayhem team. The media team there, the volunteers, the family and friends of the athletes. It was just incredible, you guys. So Saturday morning when I got there and arrived in the parking lot under the pavilion of Mayhem where some spectator workouts going on, Rich Froning was already on his second spectator workout of the morning. I ran into a longtime follower of the Sevan podcast, Judy Reed, and her daughter Maddie and her friend Mel. Got to catch up with them a little bit. After that, we headed over to Rich Froning's barn. Hey, Susan, guess what?
What?
We're at Rich Froning's house.
I know. That's crazy, eh?
Isn't that crazy? Kill Taylor was shot there that morning. When we walked in, we were met by Sam DeMeester and his wife Zoe. They are on the Mayhem team this year competing for their chance to go to the CrossFit Games. We all got a quick workout in. Oh, with the touch you go. Go, Andrew. What do you think his time's gonna be?
I have
No idea. Let's go, Tyler. Come on. Yeah. Videoing him. Tyler. Ah! How you feeling?
Like shit.
It wasn't that bad. Maybe I didn't go heavy enough. What you doing, JR? Just hanging out? Yeah. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was a pretty surreal experience. And then the guys got set up for the Kill Taylor workout. What's the workout?
4-minute intervals with a minute rest in between with a partner, waterfall style, 25 cal row, 25 GHDs, max peg boards. So I start on the row, then when I'm done I go to the GHD, JR starts the row, and then he'll meet me at the peg board, and then we'll alternate who starts the interval each interval. So I'll go first on the first one, then he'll go first on the second one, then I'll go first on the third one, he'll go first on the last one.
You guys have like a goal in mind?
No.
No idea. Okay. Just going for it. Now, I did notice on that first round, JR lost about 10 to 13 seconds when he got off the rower. He started to adjust his grips as if he was going towards the pegboard, but then quickly realized when he saw Rich on the GHD, oh crap, he's got to do GHDs.
Catching up with Taylor, he is coming in out hot right now.
Hey, and what were the rules? There were pegging rules before the show
Yes.
started. Rich told us I didn't understand the pegging rules.
So
No
when you
lube.
get to the top,
Hard
you got to spit on it first.
rule.
They did tie and get 6 each round. In the third round, however, Rich Froning and Angelo DeChico did edge them out. I feel like it's one of those things, come on, it's Rich Froning. It's his home turf. There's no way he's going to lose. Taylor on the second round also lost a little bit of time. The rower had frozen for about 6 or 7 pulls. Nobody ended up calling in for this workout. Kind of not surprised. I mean, who out there honestly thinks they could beat Rich Froning and Angelo DeChico at a partner workout? I mean, I guess JR and Taylor did. And they came pretty close. They gave him a run for their money. So after Kill Taylor was over, we headed back over to the venue. I'm going to give you just my highlight and recaps from all of the events. If you want to watch the full action live stream, you can watch day 1 and day 2 on the CrossFit Mayhem YouTube channel. Event number 1, it really boiled down to the feed squats. And it really came down to a race at the end. Austin Hatfield came in on that final round, well ahead of Colton. Colton made up time on the burpee box get overs, something that I've seen Colton working on a lot. So he's really dialed in that weakness. He was so fast over those. And then once they got to the feed bag squats, for every 2 reps he was doing, Austin was doing 1. And it literally came down to the 10th of a second.
Final reps for Hatfield. Feedsack is down. Feedsack down for Mertens.
It's gonna be
Check out the
close.
buzzer.
Hatfield gets it.
0.18 seconds between Hatfield and Mertens.
That was awesome.
He almost.
The crowd in there, I can't even explain it to y'all. I did talk to a volunteer at Mayhem. They said that because of the fire marshal codes, they were only allowed to sell about 1,000 tickets, but it sounded like there were 5,000 people in the gym. Colton Mertens was probably one of the few athletes that gave a generous amount of his time to the Sevan podcast before and after events.
How was that? How do you feel after that? Are you like satisfied with where you finished, or are you pissed off about that couple of milliseconds?
Yeah, I fucked up and I did a no rep on one of my burpee box get overs. First round. It's like my third rep.
And then on the female side, Emily Rolfe with a commanding league. Obviously, she's very good at running, burpee box get overs as well. But Fee Sagafi, her cadence on the burpee box get overs and her speed on the squats, she was able to make up ground every single round. And she finished only 0.5 of a second behind Emily Rolfe. That was an exciting race. So really good event to start off the day. Probably one of my most favorite events from the weekend, aside from the dumbbell thruster event. Now later that day, the athletes had to do heavy Isabelle. There were some surprises there. Everyone expected Hannah Black to do very well. Hannah Black snatches 230, but I think people really underestimated what that first event was going to do to their hips and legs. You could tell early on, Hannah was snatching and she just looked really uncomfortable trying to get under the bar. She started really strong with the powers. At one point halfway through, she even failed a rep. She was able to recover from that failed rep, came in with the 4th best time, so not winning the event. I did suspect Abby would do well in this event. She has a snatch well over 200 pounds. I think I've seen her on her Instagram snatch 205. So I expected her to do really well.
Really impressive.
Somebody else getting a doctorate in Isabelle. The final rep for Tobin looking to go sub 4.
Yeah.
And she is going to do it.
It's incredible.
Ended up winning, got a sub 4. Her time was 3:55. She is the only female in the field to go sub 4.
I wanted sub 4, so I'm happy I got it. I love power snatches. Yeah, I went blonde because I wanted to go Super Saiyan.
And then on the men's side, no surprise, Gimal Harris takes the win on that. So by the end of day 1, Austin and Colton were tied in points. And then Abby and Fee were sitting in 1 and 2. So it really set the tone for day 2. Now, however, there were 3 events on day 2 and a lot of room for leaderboard shifts. So some prizes from day 1, Alexis Raptis, not really having a great performance. Andrew Hiller had even posted a reel on his page during event 1. She just trying to get over the burpee box get over.
I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
The body language there told me that she was struggling. And that event 1 really got to some people's legs. Jason Hopper and James Sprague both wobbling to the finish line to hit the buzzer. Jason pretty much falling into the buzzer.
Is going to stumble across the finish line.
Where's the sniper at?
Legs got
Who did that? I thought we had so good. I thought we had
people in here to keep the snipers. And now Sam's giving us the Sterners in. Sam's not real happy with it. Just kind of.
Some people talking about the amount of squatting programmed at the Mayhem Classic. Brian Friend took to his Instagram.
But I haven't seen anybody yet ask about the excessive squatting that was programmed at the Mayhem Classic. 120 forced squats in the first event.
Now, Brian's never programmed for an event. He doesn't run an affiliate. He doesn't own an affiliate. He doesn't do programming at all, but he seems to think that he knows more than Rich Froning. Rich Froning actually commented on this post. That post actually has more comments than it does likes. I saw the Buttery Brothers, which I was actually very surprised to see considering they boycotted the Open. They're very much starting to work for WFP. They had the copyright issue with CrossFit. I guess they're just there to get content for their athletes so they can actually put out some videos for the WFP.
Oh, I already told the Buttery Bros that they could come out.
All right.
They're staying with you too.
They're staying with. Bro, we don't have room.
Air matches, bro.
He calls. I gotta have Carlos here too, dude.
Okay, so the start of Saturday, event 3, dumbbell thrusters and legless rope climbs. This was by far the funnest event for me. Another race between Colton and Austin Hatfield. I'm standing next to Spin in the media pit. Colton comes out and goes unbroken on the first set of dumbbell thrusters. And I look over at Spin and I'm like, holy shit, he's going unbroken. He was like, Every set of dumbbell thrusters unbroken. Was really smart and methodical on the rope climbs. I think that was his plan the whole entire time. He knew if he could get ahead, go unbroken on the dumbbell thrusters, it would give him enough time to slow down a little where he needed to on the rope climbs. And he had the lead literally right up to the very last 2 rope climbs, y'all.
Down to Austin. He's running back. Colton's slowing a little bit on the legless. Austin, no chalk again.
Mertens made the touch, checking for some pine tar.
This is where he's done with his first.
They've got to be smart. Hatfield is right back on. Hatfield to take the lead.
He gets him back. He gets him.
And Austin Hatfield is going to outrace Colton Mertens. And Hatfield picks up his second event win of the Mayhem Classic.
Heck yeah, that was awesome.
Incredible finish. Colton right there behind him. Good finish for him too. Man, you know, it's
6 seconds separating the two of them. Here comes Roman Krennikov, keeping himself in contention for a qualifying spot.
I wish you guys could have been in the crowd. The place was going nuts. I was going nuts. I was trying to film, and I'm screaming in the camera.
I saw that you guys didn't high five each other or anything.
No, yeah, we high five. I give him a high five after every event. You know, we're competitors, but at the end of the day, you know, we're here competing against each other, and you know, we're not enemies. I don't want to be anybody's enemy.
Are your mom and dad there?
Yeah.
And what does your dad say to you?
They're just super supportive.
Yeah, and your mom?
Very supportive.
Even more than your dad. I like the way you said that. Very supportive. Hey, is she concerned you could hurt yourself? Is like she a worried mom?
No. She would, when I was a kid, if I fell and hit my head on the ground, she would ask if the ground was okay.
I got to meet Austin's mom. She actually watches the show. She stopped me and said hi. She was so sweet. Event 4, the midline march. Haley Adams obliterating the field on this one.
Gonna keep hammering. There we go. Haley Adams
he went with the break.
Just assaulting this event.
She hurt my workout.
And she is done. And Haley Adams.
And then going into that final workout of the day, the point spread, it was all but locked in for Austin Hatfield and Colton Mertens. Colton would have had to do really bad in order to fall out of that second spot. He did not. He had a great event. The most impressive thing about the 30 cal bike was Roman Krennikov coming off the bike in 30 seconds.
Judges handed the air for Krennikov already.
Are you kidding me?
Final calorie for Roman Krennikov. He's done.
What do you think of that?
Handed the air for Hopper. He'll be the second man off.
But Jason Hopper, the king of machines, the best on the Echo bike, not doing so well in that workout. Was actually really surprised. Jason ending up coming in 9th overall in that workout. So in the end, your first 4 athletes punching their ticket to the CrossFit Games, the rabbit farmer, the pig farmer, Austin Hatfield, Colton Mertens on the men's side, and then on the ladies' side, Fee Sagafi of the Brute team and Abigail Domet. I actually got to talk to Abby's husband a little bit while we were spectating, and then after the event was over, met her on the floor. She was definitely in my top 5. I remember how impressive she was at West Coast Classic last year. She's just a really good all-around athlete. She was excited. She was happy that she has already punched her ticket to the games. She said her and her husband were probably going to go take a vacation and relax for a little bit and then come back, get back to training and planning for the games. But after being there at Mayhem and seeing how amazing that community is, how well things are ran, how much everyone there just works so hard, it is just a very powerful and special thing that they have going on at Mayhem. I would say to any affiliate owner out there, if you are having trouble really trying to cultivate the culture within your own community, I would tell you to go book a plane ticket right now and just go spend a week at Mayhem. Get to know them, get to know their team, get to know the leaders there. And I really think that because of the way Rich leads his community by example within his faith, his values, that is the reason why that community there is so strong.
If you didn't get a chance to compete here and you didn't come, you really missed out. I think it's going to be very hard for any atmosphere to match this. This is something special here.
Do you feel
that is all for this dense update? Be sure to leave us a comment, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And of course, if you're into this sort of thing, head over to my Instagram page where you can follow me there for all the latest happenings in the CrossFit community.